Alright, and hi guys, welcome to my hobby vlog, and I have painted some. So, you might know that there is a tournament coming up in, well, at time of filming, about a week. It's a 500 point tournament, and I'm bringing filth. So, I have painted a lot for the battle companies, and I really have to paint something else now. I want to batch paint something. So this is, well, the 500 point army, really, if you include two more spearmen or spear orcs. So what I have here is a Deadmar Spectre. He also has to be painted up for the Battle Companies campaign, so I'll paint him soon. There is a Taskmaster, the really cool model here. There is a Shade, boo hiss. So, done some painting on him. There is the Shadow Lord, foot mounted. Only going to use the foot version, but mounted will be painted at the same time. And a bunch of Black Guard of Barad-dûr. So 8 normal Blackguard, 1 banner, 1 captain. So this all has to be finished painted by Friday evening, Friday the 20th, I think. Is that correct? Friday the 20th, yeah. Friday evening the 20th, because I'm going to play a tournament with these on the Saturday and Sunday. So what have I done? I have painted the metals for all the Blackguard, including the command. I have done the black cloaks. Don't know if it's... yeah, it doesn't pop out on camera, but they are very, very muted grays. There will be some color here. I will do some reds on the breastplates, and I might do some freehand work on the cloaks as well. So what are left on these guys? Well, the skin and teeth and eyes, the red parts on the chest, the freehand on the cloaks, and the bases, and of course the shields as well. But I will stick them on before the models are painted. So this guy needs only the highlights. So a bunch of highlights on these guys, and this is finished. What else? This guy needs some paint and fast, so I'll be doing Numenor style with some of the same styles as I did with the elf Deadmar Spectre model. So very, very dirty colors and pale skin, stuff like that. So expect to see that soon. And the Taskmaster will be painted in the same style as my orcs. So very rusty colors, like this. So yeah. So this is what I've been painting these few days, and I'll come back with some progress. So hi guys, we are back with another update on the hobby vlog. So it's now Friday, the 20th, and the tournament starts tomorrow. And barring 2 orc spearmen, I was supposed to paint 2 new ones, but I have to use 2 that I've painted for my battle companies instead. This is the finished army. I just have to get some snow and some grass on the bases, but they are done, so I will do the grass and the snow tonight. So here we have the Orc Taskmaster with his grumpy face and a bloody club. So yeah, I'm quite happy. The Shadow Lord, this one I'm very happy with black speech on the robes. So yeah, he'll be cool. And then we have the banner, with the dead guy on top. Not sure if I like him, but don't know if I'm going to chop him off. I might do that because I don't like corpses on my models, so I might chop that off at a later point. So yeah, you don't exactly see the subtle highlighting of the black through the camera, I think, but it's there. So yeah, with the teeth, the face, I'm really happy with these guys. Even the normal guys have teeth. So I had to paint another more Death Marsh Vector for the campaign. So I think this one fits into the army aesthetic more than the elf I painted previously. So I think I'm going to use him this weekend for the campaign, for the tournament. And lastly, we have the shade. So the shade is pretty much done. I do think I need to paint some of the metal brackets detailing, but I'm not sure how to actually do that. So I might just leave it as is and come back to it later. So normal orcs, even with the teeth, you can see. So there's 8 of them, pretty much the same, all of them. And then we have the shields finished painted up. So 8 shields, no, 9 shields, 1 for the captain as well. So yeah, that's my army, and I'll come back when I've finished the bases and everything and show you the whole thing. And yeah. Alright guys, so I am back, and I finished the army in time. Didn't quite make the video when I was supposed to. I finished about 1 in the morning, before the day before the tournament. So yeah, the bases are done on all the models. Finished the head of this guy, which looks strangely enough like Kyrian from the Gondor Force. So the army did very well. I finished first in the tournament, won 4 out of 5 games, only to lose in the second to last game against Gondor Force. That was the take and hold scenario with the objective in the middle, and sadly my Shade and my Spectre were deployed really poorly, because the opponent got to choose where they would come on. So they had to fight off the entire Gondor force, and actually did quite well for themselves. They hold them off for about 4 or 5 turns, really. So the first to go was the Shade. No, the Deadmar Spectre. So he went to, I don't know. He won 1 combat, and then he moved another 6 inches towards the center and moved off a knight so he couldn't charge. And then he was trapped, but wasn't wounded. And then he moved again 6 inches, and then he was trapped by some cavalry and was beaten. So that was the end of the Spectre. The Shade, however, did very well. Went down to 1 wound before it finally was killed off. So they held off the giant Gondor force for turns upon turns upon turns. And it nearly looked like the Shade would make it to the center of the board, which would be awesome because then I would have my synergy. But they didn't. But at the time I had gotten the complete army to the center of the board, with the exception of the Shade and the Spectre. And they held off the Gondor force for quite some time, losing orc after orc for turn after turn, but killed more than they received, obviously. And Channel Black Dart took 2 wounds off Faramir, and then I just had to make 1, and I cast it. I rolled a 1 to wound. I cast it, but he resisted it with final point of will, and then I tried 2 more times to cast it. Black Dart succeeded, rolled a 2 to wound. I was out of might at that point, and then final turn, cast it, and then rolled a 1. So my Shadow Lord couldn't quite finish Faramir, which was a shame because that would have made the match a draw if it had ended on the same turn. So yeah, it was gruesome battle, but it was good fun, and yeah. So the army did quite well. Played against the Lamroth in the first turn, first game, and won that one. Then I played Ravendale Elves for the second game, and that was a total disaster for the Elves. Elro here failed his courage test and ended up running round a house corner and was subsequently charged by 3 or 4 orcs, and he was trapped against the orcs and the building and was smashed. Then Elro here, or Eladan, I can't remember which one, called a heroic move to move into the guy who tried to kill or killed his brother. That ended up leaving him in the open, so I killed him, and the Taskmaster managed to get off like 20 plus 4+s during the game. It was mental. So yeah, he he did his job quite well in that turn. Really happy with him in that turn, that battle, sorry. And so the elves were broken, the game ended, and I hadn't lost a single model, and I only spent 1 might point. I actually spent 2 might points, but got 1 back because it was the to the death scenario, where you receive victory points. No, you receive back a might point or something. So so yeah, that was surprising. Third game I played against Nils with his elf and Gondor force. Galadriel was the big baddie for me to beat, and yeah, so I had to do some exciting stuff. So I managed to kill Galadriel with 5 wounds on 3+ because strength 5. And I had the captain, and I had the captain and 1 or 2 guys, and she was trapped. So I got like 6 dice to roll, and she died horribly. That broke his force, and that was the reconnoiter scenario. So I didn't get any off, but he got. I got 3 points for killing. No, for breaking him. Legolas was the leader. I didn't touch Legolas, and I got 3 points for breaking while not being broken myself, and he got 2 off the board. So if I hadn't broken him, the game would continue, but I would have to kill Legolas to manage a victory. So that would be tough. So luckily, because of the Shadowlord's 12-inch -1 courage, they promptly failed, all except 2 of them. So yeah, that was an exciting game. And as I said, I played against Gondor for the 4th game, and the 5th game I played against Gondor as well, with Boromir, who I prevented from doing pretty much anything at all. Transfix, and like doing combats around him, pushing people up to a wall, and forcing him to make heroic actions to use his might points, and then using might points myself, but getting them for free with this guy. So that was the 5-pointed objective scenario, and I held 4 out of 5 objectives, with 1 Gondor model left contesting 1. So yeah, they did quite well. It was a challenge because I have to think about moving every single model. When we got stuck in, every single model counted for movement. So I had to think about, do I move him first and use his magic? Do I move him first and use his ability? How do I move him so I can get 3 heroic moves or 3 heroic actions next turn? Where do I place him so he can do a heroic combat and then get back? How do I place these guys to make sure that the enemy doesn't get into my army center to kill off the all the important support characters? How do I protect these guys? How do I protect my banner? So the army itself needs the synergy to survive, especially like these 4 models, because this could be any captain, but these 4 models, and including the banner as well, they all need to survive and do their synergies together. So it was a tough one. Found myself sweating a lot, thinking a lot, and yeah, the battle I lost also my synergy due to the way the models came into the board. So yeah, I think it went quite well, and I'm looking to expand the army maybe, but I can see it's very challenging to play, and it might not be the most fun army to play against. So I might do something else. So there is a couple of days until December. I'm going to wrap this video up with something. So don't know if there's a lot of light. Yeah, there is a lot of light. So here we go. So I finished this army. So this is all done. So we are getting to December, and I thought about doing a small project. So during the month of December and the last days of November, which we are in now, I am going to finish off all the things I haven't finished this year. So some of you might remember me painting some hunt orcs for battle companies, and I wanted to make a full army. So I'm missing some models to make it into a full army. So I'm missing 5 Wargriders and 1 Warg, are missing. Nazug, foot and mounted, is a warg, is painted. The other is not. There's 4 guys on foot along with a casualty model, so that is 1 block. So that is something I need to get done during December. For battle companies, I have to finish my banner bearer. He is a priority, and I need to finish 2 dismounts, and just to include them, there's 3 orcs here. So if I can get it to focus, I'll just bring it into light. So this is my slight proxy for a Uruk-hai shaman who's going into this army if I'm going to expand it to 600 points. So he will become a proxy for Uruk-hai shaman. I think he's quite imposing. He's the proper height. He's got armor, which I've paid for. He's got the spear, so he's yeah. So he's needing some paint. I need to do Shadowlord mounted because I did it on foot, and it would be a shame to not doing mounted as well. And lastly, I have a project that I haven't really finished because it wasn't time. So I need to finish my favorite model, and it's weird I haven't finished him before. So only the staff remains to be done, as well as some leather detailing as well, and the base, and the horse needs to be finished, and the leather bits and the staff as well here. So if you're counting along, that's 24 models. So I have got myself my very own advent calendar. So there is like, yeah, there's 13 hunter orcs, including the casualty. There's 7 Mordor troops, 3 wargs along with a banner, and 3 guys on foot. So that's 20. And there's the Shadowlord, the Gandalf foot mounted, and the shaman. So that's 24 models. 1 a day makes 24. So I will see if I can get finished with all of these. I then have some extra Blackguard Baradu, including a drummer, which I was thinking about painting during the holiday, Christmas. So if I can get all this finished, I have painted around 100 models during this year, which is quite good. And then I need to think about what I'm going to do next. So what I want you to do is, hit the comment section. Please tell me, what do you want me to make? Bear in mind, I've made Hunter Orcs, I have made Mordor and Angmar, I have made Mahud before, but and I have made dwarves. So that is what I've made. But I have every single model I need for every single army. So please tell me what you want me to paint. Please make an army out of it, like 700 points, or just comment on which army and I'll make an army to paint. So yeah, that's it for me, I think. Until next time, please comment, like, share and subscribe, and yeah, support your Hobbit hobby, and happy strategy battle gaming.